I'm still trying to wrap my head around what is so offensive about the statement, leave little children alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't indoctrinate your children if you tell them that.
Nick Mercs, who is, I don't play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't always. I mean, that's just what he's playing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
he was a Fortnite fan like all the rest of them were at one point.
So he's back to Fortnite, apparently. So he played Call of Duty, and he's on there, and I think in his hometown, there's a large contingent of Armenian Christians. And if you know anything about Armenians, they're over there in, they're just like really nice Russians in some way. That's a horrible description, but you just don't mess with them. They're tough people. And so what happened was they showed up at the school board meeting and said, you're not going to teach this LGBT MOUSE crap at our school. So Antifa, soy boys show up, and Armenians, they're not about turning the other cheek. They're like, let's scrap. And so they start throwing hands at the Antifa. The cops there, of course the cops are keeping the Antifa, people safe.
They have to. They destroy Antifa.
And so I'm just like, you go, boys. And so he was talking about that. He was talking about the video because I think it was like happening right down the street from his house or something. And he said, leave the little children alone.
Well, yeah, it wasn't even that. He replied to a tweet about the situation.
Right. He said that's the issue.
It was just simple.
He said that's the fundamental issue. Just leave the little children alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's anti-gay because he said that.
That statement is not left. It's not right.
It's common sense.
That is common.
You would think we could all come to agreement on that. Just leave the freaking children alone.
A first, second, third grader do not need to know anything about sexuality.
I just don't understand
nothing.
Why these assholes feel so compelled to try to change the gender of 3 and 4 years. Why they are so have their head up their ass so much that they have to do that.
They're mentally.
They're
insane.
freaking evil.
They're mentally disturbed. They have mental issues. They have to have.
I mean, seriously, you sit there.
They're easier to sway.
Well, you sit there and you go in and you sit down. These teachers, these godforsaken teachers, the teachers union, they work so hard. I hate that crap.
I'm telling you right now,
they're indoctrinating your freaking kids. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They said it. I mean, seriously, they had this thing from Liberal High Mind. I watched that guy, and he's on there, and he was talking about. They shared a video from. This class where they were just like showing all this gay pride stuff on, and the students start booing. Why are you showing this to kids?
Yeah,
that's what the kids started asking.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Shut up, shut up!" This, and then they had this one day where they had they were going to make the kids, all the kids had to come and wear rainbow stuff, and it was like, well, we didn't say they had to do it, but if they don't wear it, you're going to go off on them.
After them, yeah.
Right? What's wrong? You don't want to support this stuff and things like that. And then another one where Canadian teachers like. Canada stands for gay rights. If you're not for gay rights, you need to move, get out of Canada. This is what the teachers are doing. And I don't think it's a one-off.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's an isolated incident.
Yeah, I'm sure it's everywhere.
Because what happens is even the good teachers, they get their marching orders from the teachers' unions and say, you have to start doing this stuff. You have to support this stuff, and you have to support this stuff with your life. Mm-hmm. You do. And I don't get it. I don't get it why they're just so hell-bent on, wanting to take 8-year-old girls and get a double mastectomy for them. Mm-hmm. Why they want to do that stuff? And Elon Musk is right. You see, any doctor who does that needs to lose his license, needs to go to jail.
He needs to lose more than his license, 100%. In my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry. Go back to the old West days.
I hate those doctors as much as I hate abortion doctors. Mm-hmm. And it is hate. It's pure unbridled hate. I hate these people. And hate, that's not really a Christian thing. Well, dude, you don't know anything about the Bible. So just shut your stupid mouth right now. Because God hates a lot of stuff.
It is true. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm to the point where I don't know. When did we get to the point to where these are evil people? They're not going to listen to reason anymore. They don't listen to nothing. And I'm glad what the Armenian Christians did. I'm glad they did. I wish more, go in there and start slinging chairs around and let people see crazy every once in a while.
Mm. I'm glad you pointed out that it was a certain group of Christians that behaved that way, though, because that was instantly some of the stories that were coming out that Christians caused this debacle. They
Who
caused
cares
all
if
the
they did?
violence.
Yeah. Good.
Who cares
We
if they
need
did?
to.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, we need to at some point.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Antifa ever shows up at this church,
Oh,
they're getting the hell beat out of them.
oh I can't wait.
I
Yes.
can't wait. If you feel froggy, jump on over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just serious. It's
Bring
just,
your blue hair and all. Let's go.
we're not gonna put up with any of this crap here.
Yeah.
And it's just like we have to get to this is evil. This is good and evil. And there's a point. There's it's just like this is American Revolution stuff. This is the war against slavery stuff. It's that big now. And Christians just like, we just got to be nice, because if we're nice, we can win them to Jesus. They're evil.
Yeah, they're completely beyond hope at this point.
They are.
I'm sorry. If you want to castrate a child, you are beyond hope.
You're mentally
Sorry,
gone.
you're gone.
Right, you're
There's-
mentally
there's
gone.
Nothing else there for you.
There's people who do bad things, but when you sit down, you can use logic and reason with them. They're like, okay, I was a bad guy. I was an alcoholic, sex crazed, all that kind of stuff. But I still had my senses about me. I would never, even in my debased state, think that it was okay to cut the boobs off an 8-year-old girl. Never.
Oh.
Or cut the junk off of a young boy, just so he can start identifying as a girl. I would never think that.
My daughter has come to me and be like, "Daddy, I want to be a unicorn." I'm not gonna go glue a horn to her head and start making her grow hair and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
my
like,
gosh.
they're children.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. you
Well,
know?
and that's why they had to change the target of this behavior, because the middle class isn't buying it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The generation after that's waking up's not buying it anymore. They got to start younger.
That
they
is
can
the
easily
comforting
sway.
thing, because you can start. I see at least what I would call the younger generation, your kids' age, stuff like that. It seems like they're becoming more conservative than the
that's what they
20
used
to
to revolt,
30-year-olds
yeah.
now. It seems like it's kind of coming back around a little bit.
Because
I hope it is.
You look like 80s. The people my age who lived through the decadent 80s
Yeah.
are all my classmates are extremely conservative.
Yeah.
Because we went through all that crap. We saw all that stuff, and now we come out the other side. We're like, we don't want to do that again. And you see it like, the 60s came out. People who went through the 60s, they came out very conservative. And then the 70s, libs, and then the 80s, conservatives. And so it just kind of works that way. But I don't like not understanding things or getting things. And I can't, for the life of me, think why Joe Biden and all the Democrats are just absolutely obsessed with talking to your 5-year-old kid about changing their gender. Even when your kid's not even thinking about it.
Yeah. They're trying to force it down their throat.
Just sitting down and saying, are you sure you want to be a boy today?
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to, I can make that happen. I can give you drugs. I can do this surgery.
And
And then tell the parents, you don't have any say.
yeah, that point where Joe Biden's like, they're all our children.
Right.
Listen here, you idiot. They are my children.
Yeah.
You don't get near them. You don't sniff their hair. You freak.
That's right.
You old freak.
Damn Skippy.
Why do you think the socialist crowd wants college to be free?
So indoctrinate.
So your indoctrination can last longer. Why do you think the public school system hates the homeschool system so much?
Because they can't indoctrinate.
Now,
100%.
I saw a video several months ago about this teacher that was, talking about her sexuality to her like second grade class or something. She's like, I just don't know what I would do if I couldn't talk about myself to my kids. Not to my kids, but to my students.
Teach curriculum.
And it's like, I was going to ask you,
What you just teach.
what did you not know about any of your teachers in high school?
You know what I knew about?
I didn't know anything about any of
The
them.
only one I knew is I remember one of my teachers could do the chicken dance.
No, it's like,
Like,
she's
how's
saying,
it?
she's like, I can't come in on a Monday and talk to my children about what I did over the weekend because I'm a homosexual. And this was in Florida. She was complaining. I was like, I didn't even know any of my teachers'
No.
first names when
You
I was
just go
in
in,
school.
you teach what you're supposed to teach, and you leave. That's your job.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
gosh.
had an instructor in college who was gay, female. She was a lesbian. Never ever talked about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she was too busy teaching classes.
Yeah.
Didn't know. How many of your teachers that if you hadn't seen them out or at the conferences or whatever with their spouse, who knows how many of them were gay?
Right.
It didn't matter because they were there to teach. They didn't care. Half of them could have been gay. I don't know.
Oh, if my kids are past that age now, but if they came up and like, I'm gonna go to college to be a teacher, it's like, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No. I mean, you can go to Oral Roberts University or something. No, I wouldn't do that either. But I wouldn't even send them to a Christian college.
No.
Because what people don't understand is all these kids, they become teachers. They send them to these liberal universities. The liberal universities change their mind and just indoctrinate the crap out of them. And it's been a plan. They put in this plan since the 40s. And so then these teachers come back. That's their plan. The plan, get the teachers, put the teachers in the classrooms, and then let them indoctrinate all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to do. So I just don't understand why leave little children alone, and they just lose their freaking mind over it.
Yeah. Like I said, Activision, whatever, come out and was like, and banned him.
Man, he had merchandise that was for sale on the store, and they said, we're not going to sell your
Saying,
merchandise anymore.
Leave the children alone.
No,
Again,
it's worse than even merchandise.
oh,
right?
yeah.
He was a likeness in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can play as him, as his face.
Yeah.
You can play as Nick Mercs, and Activision said, nope, you can't do that anymore. You're out of the store.
Oh, by the way, this is the same Activision that if you go to Call of Duty, they had like 26 different gay pride flags and not one American flag.
But they don't put it, on their little Facebook thing where they got the Call of Duty and they put the rainbow flag behind it. In the Middle Eastern countries, they don't do that.
Because they're scared to death.
But I thought they were proud of the gay community. Why
they
would
don't want their house to be firebombed.
Why would
That's
they
what
put it on the Middle Eastern thing? It just doesn't make any sense.
That's funny. My son-in-law shared that. Actually, he shared like all these corporations in America, gay,
Yeah.
and then all of them in the Middle East was like just a regular logo.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why. That's very odd.
I think that needs to happen with Christianity today. That if you do this crap, we're going to firebomb your house.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I don't know.
Joking.
So Mercs gets on here and we're going to share a little bit of his video here where he talks about this stuff and kind of react to it, but he did apologize.
No.
Now
he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
He does the obligatory, I love everybody, man. I love everybody. You got to say that. And,
yeah.
And that's something that I've always kind of, do we really not mind what they do behind closed doors? We had a saying, the city next to us, I shared it. The city next to us has a watch for the city.
Yeah.
And somebody wrote in, and I guess whoever does this certain thing listens to the scanner. So they're concerned about somebody's public health because you got two guys walking down the road and they got a girl on a leash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And the people, and the comments, you gotta read the comments. Comments are like, let people live, do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. They're in public now.
Yeah.
That's where it changes to me.
Okay.
You know what? You want to walk her around in your front yard? You do you. I don't care. But once again, you want to walk her down the public street where I could be walking my child?
Mm-hmm.
No. Now we have a problem.
I don't know. I'm getting ready. I don't know. We're always just kind of like, we're trying to take the high road here. We're always just kind of like, whatever you want to do in private. But then what happens is what you do in private always kind of ekes itself out into the public.
Does. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
And if you're a debased, horrible, despicable human being in private, I don't want you flipping my burgers at McDonald's, because I don't know what you're doing back there.
But whether it's legal or not, they're going to do it. You know what I mean? Just like
I would think that walking somebody down the street with a
leash, they'll just do it.
A collar is illegal.
In their own home. It's just like cocaine. I'm full board. Let people do cocaine. Who cares? It's not my body. Not my body, not my choice, right?
Right.
Somebody wants to do cocaine, let them do cocaine. As long as they're not hurting other people. If they want to go get doped out of their mind and die.
Oh, you make a great argument there. It's my body, my choice. Unless you're a young kid, then
that's
it's
right.
our
Now
choice.
all of a sudden, all of a sudden that changes.
Yeah.
So once again, all these people that are like, we love abortions, but we hate drugs. Why? My body, my choice, right? If I want to go do a line, well, let me do a line.
Right. Absolutely.
That's where it astounds me. Like there's a break from reality. The hypocrisy in that is just mind blowing.
Liberals have no comprehension of hypocrisy and irony.
They do not.
They do not.
Not even a little.
They'll tell you one thing and turn around and do exactly what they told you not to do or to do. Yep. And they don't get it. They absolutely. Nancy Pelosi's like, you don't need to get out in public without a mask on, and then she'll walk right by you, no mask on.
Get her hair did.
Get her hair
Yeah.
did.
And won't even, and does not even
she's like,
comprehend
I
it.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Donald Trump classified documents. Whoa. Bill Clinton had sex in
Hillary
the Oval Office.
Hillary Clinton destroyed laptops.
Yeah.
Had programs running
They're
to
like,
delete things that was more massive than anything Trump could have ever thought of doing. And they're like, it's fine.
Joe Biden has the document sitting in next to his
Next to the
Corvette in the
Corvette.
garage, and they're just like, oh, yeah, I know it. What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that's not the same as this.
It's like, you don't see the irony here?
No, they're idiots.
They're
They are
idiots.
complete
They're absolutely complete
idiots.
evil idiots. I don't know. Are they evil or
So
are
they're-
they idiots?
They're,
I
they're
don't
either
know.
evil or idiot. They can't be both.
They can't be both.
But yeah,
Because
I think
most of
there's
you're
a
an
good-
evil genius.
I think
mean,
there's a
but
good
it's like,
mixture. I think the people running the cabinet are evil. Joe Biden's just an idiot.
I think most of the.
Poor Joe, he just there.
I think most liberals are idiots, and then they have evil geniuses who are running.
who are running the show.
Right, exactly. All right, play this. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, so just to point out, it's normally like conservatives or Christians that get canceled in ways like this. But now we're seeing somebody in the public eye who does not align to any color or right or left or blue or red, right?
Right.
Just a normal human being that's standing up, and then he gets canceled.
Who
for
just
this.
wrote something off the top of his head.
Yeah, well, just something honest.
Yeah.
Just
which
an
once again,
opinion he had.
Was it one way or the other?
Phone calls. I got people pulling up at my crib. I got people coming up to me in my community. It's crazy. I will say shocking and a little bit scary. You know, all the people that came to me privately, like DMs, phone calls, and texts. And it would always start with, hey, man, can't publicly, you know,
No, they can't.
22,000 people watching this at the moment.
go to bat.
I just
for
saw the
me.
number there.
That's what they were saying. And
Right
I mean,
down
I
here.
understand not wanting to be in the mess because
For
it's a
a-
little bit crazy. I mean, I
yes.
didn't want to be in it either, but at the same time, like I stand by everything that I said. That's where I'm at. It's where I land.
Good for you.
You can paint me up again to be anything you want me to be. That's what the internet does. They take 8 words and they spin it and twist it and finagle it while neglecting and pushing to the side who
got a
you
bunch of
actually
resubs
are,
there,
everything
didn't
you've
you?
said, your
Yeah.
entire life being on the internet for 10 fucking years straight. They're just gonna put that on the
Oh,
side.
I didn't see the number
Say,
there.
oh, see?
What's
So
that?
many people privately, Chad. So many people. I started to get kind of annoyed
39,000
by it. We were
subs.
off for a week. And
Once again,
of course,
that's-
I tell you what, he's an editing
and
machine.
there's so many people that were like, hitting me up.
Oh,
I kinda
he's got an
began to
editor.
get Annoyed. I didn't
Yeah,
want
he's
to
got
hear
somebody
anymore.
behind
I mean, if you
scenes.
really feel this way, why don't you speak up? Why don't
Yeah.
you say that you agree?
That-
Or why
that-
don't you say that you disagree?
All right, there it is, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. If you agree or disagree, we agree with you. Leave the children alone. There, that was easy.
That was easy.
But of course,
But
we don't
we
have
won't
corporate,
say anything.
We don't have corporate sponsorships. Even if we did, we'd still say it. Doesn't matter.
I would never have corporates come.
No, I would never bend the knee to.
No, because they're always going to be telling you what to say.
Yep.
But it's like you guys were helping someone the other night, and you just kind of missed it because we just got done, and it was just we had a light. I don't know if anybody said anything about it, but after we got done with worship, we just had a really good little talk there. We're tired. I'm tired of losing to these people because I feel like we're losing to these people. And I'm tired of it because I don't serve a God who loses, and it's just like. And I can say this from the bottom of my heart. We have tried it your way. We have, for the past 20, 30 years, Rick Warren, Tom Rainer, the church growth movement, all that stuff, we have tried it your way. And when is it going to get to the point where it's obvious that it's not working?
Time to try something different. Yeah.
And I'm not saying violent. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the church is in decline. Our society is in decline.
Yeah, the whole country.
Our families are in decline. Our educational system is in decline. Everything out there, and it's not just Biden and the Democrats' fault. It was going that way with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would get to the point where you say, okay, we've been doing this something's not working here.
Yeah.
We're doing something wrong. And I think just get to the point to say, what the hell with it. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I think.
Mm-hmm.
And just see how that goes. I'm going to be totally, completely honest with you about this and just see how that goes. Let's try honesty. We're always talking about honesty and truth within our churches, And then when somebody asks us, what do you think about this? Well,
They're afraid to hurt feelings.
I'm afraid to hurt feelings
Yeah.
because, you know what? I am the only thing that's standing between that person and them going to hell. Horse crap.
Sorry.
You know, and that's what we think. So we got to try something different.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not advocating for violence, unless you want it, and then I'm your huckleberry. But I'm just like, if there's to a point to where we can stand up and we have that forum and we have that platform to be able to say something, we have to be able to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Christians right now, the same Christianity that overturned the civilization of Greece and Rome and countless other civilizations,
We can't overturn nothing now.
nothing.
No.
But we could in one night if we all united. We could.
Yeah.
But we can't even figure
We
out
won't.
whether or not there's supposed to be women pastors in
I'm
the
about
church.
to say, yeah, that's you can't figure out just the regular stuff. So.
I know. So,
Stay tuned for the Monday show.
yeah. But it's just like, we can't conquer nothing. We're so inept right now, so pathetic as a church. I don't know what they're even afraid of because we don't do nothing.
No, the church doesn't have any power anymore.
No, not at all. And it used to.
Used to.
And sometimes
yes.
they abuse their power. I
Now,
get that.
Not saying God doesn't have the power. God still has the power.
Right.
But church in general, yeah. We're just we're weak.
I think Nick and his group have sort of showed us up this week.
Yeah.
Right, they're standing up against something. I mean, when this happened, when they canceled Nick, you had Tim the Tapman come out and say, if you're taking him out, you just take my stuff out of that store.
That
too."
was
And once again,
awesome.
that he lost a load of money.
Yeah,
He lost a load of money doing that. So he put his money where his mouth was.
yeah.
Because when he first
And you had
came
Doc come out and do something similar too, right? Yeah.
Doc came out. Doc didn't have any skins or anything in there, but he came out and he went
Said he wasn't playing the game. Or
in a
something.
live stream. He deleted it. He got right on Steam. He went boop, delete. He goes,
Yeah.
Call of Duty's trash.
Yeah.
He said, I will play it again if they apologize or reinstate him.
Yeah.
I will play it again, but until then, I'm not playing it.
And
What
so
else
we
is-
have the Lost World. I mean, I followed some of those
Yeah.
people. They're lost. They're not, they're not Christians. They're lost individuals showing up, the
Oh,
Christians
absolutely.
on a topic like this.
And once
'Cause
again,
we're not out there doing
Right.
it.
They're putting their dollars on
Yeah.
the line to do it.
Yeah.
It's not just meaningless, oh, yeah, I back you up. They're
Right. And
Put
meanwhile,
money on
across
the
the
line.
country in pulpits and churches across America, they're just kind of like,
They just won't talk about it.
we just
Well,
need-
they're
they
scared-
won't talk about
Stay
it.
away from it. Yeah.
They're scared they'll lose like 10 people. These guys are losing millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Potentially. Like,
Because
all right.
it's all about butts in the seats.
Yeah, over the course of a
And if
year,
you're
they
going to
will.
offend people
Yeah.
by what you're saying,
Yeah.
you're not going to say it from the pulpit.
And these guys are letting, they're saying what they want to say and they're taking financial hits out of it.
Yeah.
So-
Don't give me all that crap about, our pastor preaches truth, our church stands
Yeah.
for truth. That no, you can tell by the number of people you have. You have 10,000 people, you're not standing for truth.
Yeah.
No.
No, you're just not. I know this from experience. You start teaching truth, you're going to run people off
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to hear it.
No, they want to hear the fluffy stuff.
They want to hear the fluffy stuff.
Make it feel good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Keep going. Let's see what's this guy.
Well, why don't you say that you disagree? There's nothing wrong with conversation. You don't have to agree or disagree with everybody on everything in the world, man. You can have conversations about things, especially important things. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to hate each other.
Yep.
But then again, we don't have to be perfectly aligned across the board. That's the beautiful thing about life. And now I got all these people. I have a lot of people that think I hate them because they are a certain way. And that is just crazy. I said it in the other stream. I say it again. It's just so fucking far from the truth. You know what I mean? And then a bunch of these articles painted me up. A lot of the headlines said anti-LGBT,
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah, he's like, I don't
That's
even
what
know
that comment was. It was anti. What?
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck
All
was that
the news networks came
it
out
had
and
nothing.
said,
Yeah.
Nick Mercs says anti-LGBTQ plus
Right.
community
Right.
stuff. And it's like, he didn't say anything against
He
it.
Chances
said
are-
nothing against that.
And chances are, the look on his face there, he's probably not against that
No,
lifestyle.
I don't think he is.
He's just against it being pushed on his
He
children.
is just, yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Tell me you're a groomer without telling me you're a groomer.
Yeah. No,
Seriously. You have a problem with that statement, you're a groomer, buddy.
I
100%.
agreed.
100%.
Call groomers.
Yep. Call them groomers.
It's just, listen, these kids are very young. Can't they just go be kids? Can't they just be children? Got nothing to do with that.
Yes.
Every headline said that. Did you read them? I was like, yo, Jesus Christ, man. But I shouldn't focus too much on that, man. I mean, listen, the fact of the matter is a lot of people agreed with what I said. Some people didn't, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I
Once
feel
again,
confident
look at all the
about,
resubs.
you know, I feel confident about the way
Sub
I
for
handle
19
myself
months.
throughout
Sub
the
for
process.
63
Bro,
months.
they really,
Or he's
they really
63
did try to
months
cancel me.
streak.
You have companies calling companies, you have friends calling friends, you got people calling people, trying to paint me up to be something that I'm not, and bring it all down. But the fact of the matter is listen, man. And I told the whole team this. I said, bro, we got one of the
He's getting
greatest
tips in the middle
communities
of it.
in this entire gaming space.
He's got a lot of people
I know
subscribing
that,
to
they
him.
know that,
Yeah,
you
he
know
does.
that. Everybody
39,000
knows
at the
that.
moment.
So companies,
Matter of
and
fact, if I
partnerships,
just had extra money laying around, I would have went and sub to him. Be like, good for you, stand up for what you believe in.
Hey, you know what? We got free subs with Prime. Just go spend it on Nick.
I think I did it on you. Did I not?
Not permanently. No.
Okay.
You got to do that every month.
I'm doing it to the point where he's probably going to kowtow here pretty soon. I think so.
He's going to what?
Come out and say, I'm sorry. I was totally wrong.
Oh, I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
Not with
I
a
think
response
he'll
like
hold.
this.
What I'm thinking about, what other games does Activision have its little dirty hooks in?
Activision, Blizzard, so Diablo, and anything that goes
World
along
of Warcraft.
with that. Warcraft.
They owned Destiny for a while.
Yeah.
They did. They don't anymore.
Right.
Well,
Sony owns them now.
Destiny's gay enough. Activision doesn't need to own it.
Disney does not have one heterosexual.
Gays? Destiny's a little bit of on the shy end of the gay stuff lately. Yes, they have gay characters in the game, but they ain't been pushing it like these other people have.
I didn't see anything. There's no reference at all.
Yeah, there was no Pride advertisement
in the game about the Pride stuff.
Yeah,
Well, you don't have to when all your characters are gay.
that's right.
They they introduced a heterosexual couple this past season, the first one they've ever had in like 17 years. It was interesting.
Wow,
17
maybe they're
years.
turning straight slowly but surely.
I mean,
Yeah, Activision is a huge company, which Microsoft's trying to buy, weren't they?
I believe that got shut down.
It's
FTC
fine.
said no.
Thank God.
yeah.
Because that's all Microsoft needs to do is buy more things so they're in charge of everything and they can make everything suck.
I would just hope that even the gay people I know would be okay with what this guy said.
So Timcast had
I think they would be.
Timcast had a gentleman on his show that is gay, married to another man, whatever. And even during the podcast, it's cool because Seamus, very staunch Catholic man, and him were kind of not debating, not in a heated argument, but debating about how this decline started. And even the gay gentleman said, I believe it was with gay marriage.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the decline started. Even he agreed with it. But he said, he goes, it is 10 times worse for us now than it was 10 years ago.
Yep.
He said 10 years ago, being gay was not a big deal. No one cared. He goes, I went about my life. Most people didn't know I was gay. They didn't care I was gay. But he said now with this movement, he said these people are making us normal gay people.
Right.
We're making us stand out in the spotlight. He goes, we don't want to be in the spotlight. We want nothing to do with this. And you're adding all these crazy people to this community we have. Now we look like even bigger idiots.
Now we got more
Because-
acronyms next to our
Yeah.
name.
And he was completely
Exactly.
he's completely against the whole thing.
Because a long time ago you had the gay community here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the transsexuals like, yeah, we want to join, and the pedophiles
And
and
the
all
Q
that.
and the
Now,
A
you
and the
know,
plus and everything else.
and now you see a gay person, you think they're immediately aligned with all these other groups.
And like this gentleman that was on here, very staunch conservative, and like he said, he goes, I nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with these people. He goes, I just want to have my life and live it, and I don't care what these people do.
And most people are like that.
I'd say a majority of them are. They're just sick of it.
I think the people who are the most accepting, believe it or not, of the gay lifestyle, it's Christians. 'Cause Christians are more like, we don't want anybody intruding on our personal rights to believe how we want to believe, and so we're very cautious about doing that stuff. And so we were kind of like live and let live.
Yeah.
It's a sexual sin, just like sleeping around with the entire neighborhood. That's what it is. We're still going to call it that.
Yeah.
But we don't look down on one group more than another. But what
It's-
happens is I have to catch myself because I find myself getting angry at the gay community because I think they're all in cahoots together,
Yeah, and they're not.
It's only
and they're not.
It's only about 2% of them
Right?
that are probably actually doing all this crap.
Freaking psychopaths.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gotten so confusing too. It's like it's not same-sex attraction anymore. It's not a man that is attracted to another man. It is a man that's trying to become a woman that still wants to be with a. You see what I mean? The gayness went
so
away.
Now,
Right,
now
There's so much
exactly, yeah.
That's
confusion.
a lesbian couple because the man that's now a woman likes women. It's like that. No,
He's not gay anymore.
That's a straight relationship,
Right.
Like,
One of them's confused.
And I can honestly say this, from a, I mean, I know gay people. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's just like.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Yeah. But I don't. My wife is gay, but I don't. I don't want to come out and sound like that I'm angry at these people, but I have to catch myself because I myself want to lump them all together.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not that way.
And it's not their fault that this is happening. Just like with the alt-right, when they go crazy and do stupid things, it's a representation.
Right. I have to be careful. Like even you talk about women in the pastorate. It's just kind of like not every woman who wants to be in a pastorate is a lesbian. You see that a lot, though. But I mean, we have to get to the point where we're just not grouping people together who have no business being together because they don't share the same values. And I think you're seeing that a lot. I think you're starting. We may see a backlash from the gay community, and just like, you know what, we want our own flag. And we don't want to have any part.
Well, I mean,
I would hope somebody would say that
if
eventually.
you even want to go to crazy land, what's her name? Blair
White.
Blair White. I watched a couple of her podcasts last week. And
You said her.
Well, what is it?
I don't know what.
I don't know.
Him?
But him? No, that's it. It's
I don't know.
Trans woman
It's
by
had
their
all
terms.
the stuff done, right?
Trans woman by their
But
terms.
anyway, she's conservative.
Yeah.
She thinks it's all crazy. Dang it, this is confusing.
A biological male who identifies as a woman.
So I'm just gonna say she because at least that trans looks more like a woman.
Right.
Like
Call him a shim.
Shim truly believes
She, him. Shim.
it's a she. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm just gonna stop.
That's what they want. They want you confused.
I am.
So you
They
just
did,
give
right?
up.
God is not the author of confusion.
Ooh. He got the whole verse out.
Snap.
I got the whole verse out for somebody arrested me.
He didn't get arrested. That's right.
Yeah, but that's coming down the road. So the hate speech is going to come down the road, where you post something, or they'll get a hold of your old videos and stuff like that. And who cares?
Well.
At this point, who cares?
Bite us.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. We'll end on that. See ya.
Bite us.